Howdy YouTubers. What I've got here is, these are my Sabers. Now our last build I showed you how to put this on here. And what that does is that tightens this up and makes it a lot stronger. Now what I'm doing is the accent. So you paint your paper however you want to, whatever color you want to use. Alright, then I cut a 1/16 or a 32nd of an inch wide strip of it, and then I just glued it and wrapped it up like so, spinning it up like this, and then around the top and then back down to the bottom. This is the piece that I'm doing now. It's the guard. Alright, now the best way to do this is to put a little bit of glue on here, not a lot, don't need much. And the dental tools, they come in so darned handy. Anyway, I slide that back under there, and then I just move it forward like this. And what that does is it pushes the glue ahead of this piece right here. Now I can go ahead and continue to wrap this guard on here. And because the paper becomes a little bit more malleable because it's wet, it's a little bit easier to work with. And I just tighten that up like so. Alright, now I want to finish the gluing process, so we just add a little bit more glue here and then just slide it down to the end. Now the excess glue comes off on your glue pad, and that's what you want. You want a good, nice, even bond on your glue. And then you just wind that up there like so, and you just hold it in place for just a little bit, and there is your guard. Now there's and I made 2 of these, so I'll show you. We'll do a second guard here, just so you know how easy this is. Okay, so now I find where was it? Okay, there's the seam right there on that piece. So I'm starting this from the back side, and what that does is that will create my seam will actually be on all of them will be on the back side of this, which is what you want. You want to hide as much of your imperfections as possible. It's like what modelers do when they're cleaning up the mold marks on anything they're building, because the mold marks are from that 1,000,000-ton plastic compression machine that injection molding is what models are made from. Alright, so once they get the mold built, then it can take 1,000,000 pounds per square inch of pressure inside that mold, and that's what it takes to build injection molded toys or model kits. And so this is, of course, completely different. All you're doing is you're taking paper and you're building yourself something from it. Now, there's my guard. All right, I've got the guards on this, and I've got the guards on this, and I just got done wrapping this piece. I need to wrap this one, but that means I need to paint up some paper to finish the handle on here, which I will do later. You don't need to see that. You've already seen it. At least I think you have. I think I showed you on this. But anyway, you just take whatever width of paper that you want to do this with, and you need it at least 8 inches, or 6 inches at least. I think 8 is too much, but 6 is good. And then you just can wind it. You can stripe it and then wind one around the stripes. It depends on what you want to do. And so I think I'm going to do that with the green one. But anyway, that is now completed. Now it's waiting paint and a trigger assembly. Okay, so trigger assembly. Did I bring that up? Oh, I did bring that up here. Okay, so let me see. What do I want to do for a trigger assembly? Well, I think I'll use this paper. Maybe. No, that's just too heavy. It's just too heavy for that. So, what the heck? No, it's not. Okay, so you need an on and off button. This is my small, not small enough. There. Okay, now I noticed something. Oh, where's my poker at? Oh, darn. There it is. Found it, coach. Okay. You always need to keep the paper punched out of these things, because if you don't, it gets so jammed up inside here you can't get it out. Now what I want is, I want that little piece of paper just like that. And okay, and so what we got right here is, we just drop that out of there like that. All right, now I want it to be a red button, and I happen to have red acrylic right here. So we take and we take it. I'm recording, sweetheart. You're on video now. And so anyway, we just take a little dab of this stuff here. Now I hold this down with this. That way it won't move around on me, and I can actually paint it. And so this gets painted just like that. And then I take that off of there. Now we let that dry. All right, so what is going to happen now is I have a button. Oh, I'm just, sometimes, I need 3 of these. You need the on and off button for 3 of them. Now, if you're going to be doing a lot of building, this is an invaluable tool. It makes all kinds of different size things, from bolts, nuts and bolts type stuff, to portholes, to windows, different types of floorboards. There's just so many different things that you can use it for, and it works really, really good. Okay, so here we go. We are going to make 3 of these. All right, clean that. And now that's good enough for there. All right, those are my 3 on and off switches. And you don't have to make round ones. You know, you can cut little square blocks, slider blocks. Of course, that's very small cuts. And there is a clean brush. I think it's clean. No, yeah, it's clean. Okay, what am I doing? Alrighty. Now, let's see here. Oh, okay, that lifted up just a teeny tiny bit. Okay, I got just a little bit of lift on this last piece of paper that I folded up under here. So it's really easy to fix. You just put a little bit more glue on there, and you go ahead and hold it back down. Once your tri-sabers are finished like that, then all you have to do is get ready to paint them. Now, this is a blue lightsaber. So what I plan on doing with it is painting it metallic blue. This one here. Alright, now we need a brush. That brush is going to be just perfect. And so, we're getting into the finishing touches of this tri-saber build. And so, once you learn how to do this, oh man, you could make these things all day long. Because they're pretty simple. You need these sticks, and they're just kebab sticks that you can buy at Wally World or anywhere else, and they sell like 50 of them or something for $3. So it's pretty economical as far as that goes. And then you need some old paper clips, and you can find them laying all over the place. If you're at work, they're laying on the floor. You just pick them up, take them home. All right, now that is done. Found something. There's a little piece of glue flaked off right there. So you just clean it up, take it off. And now what we're going to do is we're going to finish this lightsaber off. And so now you just continue painting until you get your lightsabers finished. And the nice thing is, I usually start more than one project at a time, and there's a reason for that. Say I'm working on these lightsabers and I'm only making one. When you wrap this around here, you have to let it dry. So now you don't have anything to do. You've got to wait until it dries. So if you make 3 or 4 lightsabers at the same time, while one is drying, you can go ahead and continue to work on the other one or another one. And so I've found that usually 4 items. Once I'm done with the 4th item, the first one is dry and I can go back to it. There is a completed lightsaber other than the on and off switch, which will go on as soon as this is dry. Now, something that I found really handy. All right, this is a clothespin, a wooden clothespin. I can stick that in there just like so. And now I can set this on my table and it won't touch anything and it will dry. That's what you need to have as far as little things like that go. And so now that'll set back there and that will go ahead and dry while I'm working on another one. Okay, so, and always keep your brushes clean. Especially now, everything costs so much money. And if you have a hobby and you don't have to buy new brushes because they don't wear out like mine, then I want to keep them absolutely clean so they don't get destroyed. Because I tell you what, if you let paint dry in these, they're through. You can't fix them. And they don't cost a lot, but like these, I bought these way back in 2011. I still have them. They're shorties because they're easy to paint with small things. But I still have them today because I take really good care of my tools. And anyone that does not do that, shame on them, because it's not right. You need to take care of your tools. Now, we've got this one right here, and I happen to like the metallics, so I'm using this metallic red. Okay, and I guess this is paint lessons. I don't know. And so you just work that out. You just take and paint very carefully up against your guards, and then run it outward. And that one is done. I am also going to paint this end, so I don't have to worry about that once I start working that direction. Yeah. And I think that I'm going to do a little bit of work right up here. What I'm doing here is I'm giving the pommel, or I think that's what this is called, just a little bit of heat, all right, because if this is an evil lightsaber, maybe he's got a little bit of that sticking out of the end so he can stab people. You know, that's kind of, I guess, the way the Sith would think about it. And so, this is just about the finishing touches on this. I am going to not paint the other one yet because I want to go ahead and put on the actuator, the trigger. And so this will bring the tutorial number 3 to the finishing touches of this. And so I hope that you enjoy making lightsabers. I really do. And once you start learning how to do this, there is no end to what you can do. There's just literally no end. There's all kinds of things that you can do. You can make regular lightsabers. You can make these fancier. Anyway, there is another one ready to dry. All right, now we're going to go to this one. All right, at this point in time, now the triggers are dry. All right, so there is trigger number 1. Now I look on here and there's a couple things I want to do. I want to take my eye away from the back of it where the seam is. And so I just take this and I put a little bit of glue right there. All right, now we take this and I touch it in the glue just like that. That means this will stick to it. And then we just put that right on there like so. There is your trigger assembly for your lightsaber. And you can make different ones. You can make a long piece there and then a dot on it, or you can make a long skinny one at the end so it's like a switch. That's what you can do. Thank you for watching tutorial number 3 on the lightsabers. Enjoy building. Thank you very much, YouTubers.